Have you ever listened to a song on the radio and felt a ghost in the machine? A secret message, hidden just beneath the polished production. A story that has nothing to do with the official narrative. For over a decade, millions of people have felt that ghost inside the music of Harry Styles and Louis Tomlinson. They've heard a conversation playing out across two solo careers, a dialogue written in code. The world sees two former bandmates, two superstars. But the fans hear something else. A story of shared history, of unspoken bonds, and of a truth so carefully guarded, it could only be told in song. Today, we're not just listening to their music. We're putting it on trial. We are decoding the secret messages. And the evidence we uncover will change the way you hear these songs, forever. Chapter 1. The Language of a Locked Diary. Music has always been a hiding place. A locked diary for the entire world to see, but only a few to truly understand. John Lennon tucked messages to his mother into his lyrics. Taylor Swift built an empire on lyrical breadcrumbs. Great artists don't just write songs. They embed their lives into the notes. When Harry Styles sings, he speaks in riddles and poetry. His lyrics are like watercolor paintings, beautiful, blurry, and open to interpretation. When Louis Tomlinson sings, he uses sharp edges and brutal honesty. His lyrics are like photographs, stark, clear, and unflinching. On the surface, they are worlds apart. One is a rock god in sequins, the other is a grounded poet from Doncaster. So why, when you place their diaries side by side, do they seem to be writing about the same story? It's a question that has haunted listeners for years. Are we crazy? Are we connecting dots that aren't there? Or have we stumbled upon the most cleverly hidden conversation in modern music? The industry sold you two separate artists, but the lyrics tell a different tale. And it starts with a lullaby and a battle cry. Chapter 2, Sweet Creature vs. Just Hold On, a call and response. Let's travel back to 2017. Harry releases his debut solo album. Nestled within it is a gentle, acoustic track, Sweet Creature. The song speaks of a difficult, stubborn love, a bond that survives time and distance. He sings, two hearts in one home. I know we'll be all right. It's a promise, a reassurance, a safe house built of melody, meant for two. Now, listen to Louis's debut solo single from that same era, Just Hold On. It's not a gentle lullaby. It's an anthem of survival. The lyrics are a desperate plea for resilience in the face of a storm. What do you do when a chapter ends? Do you close the book and never read it again? He screams into the chaos, it's not over till it's all been said. One song whispers, we'll be all right. The other shouts, just hold on. One is a quiet promise. The other is the fight to keep it. Placed side by side, it's no longer two separate songs. It's a dialogue, a call and response across the airwaves. An artist finishing another sentence, without ever sharing a microphone. But this musical conversation, this pattern of echoes and mirrors, it didn't begin after one direction. To find the source code, you have to go back. Back to a time when their voices were supposed to be singing as one, but were already telling two different stories. Chapter 3, The Ghost in the Machine, One Direction's Unspoken Civil War. Remember Story of My Life? It was a song about memory. Fading photographs. The bittersweet ache of time passing. But listen closely. Harry's verse is wistful. But it's Louis's soaring, aching harmony that gives the song its spine. His voice carries the weight of the story. Now, fast forward. Remember No Control? A fan-favorite track, famous for being powered by Louis's raw, unfiltered lead vocal. The lyrics are about passion. About losing yourself completely. The fans championed this song so fiercely, it charted without ever being a single. Why? Because for years, they felt Louis's voice had been buried in the mix. And in No Control, they heard him breaking free. One song is about losing control to time. The other is about losing control to passion. One is a memory. The other is a confession. They are two pieces of a puzzle, separated by years, that click together perfectly. It's the story of a voice, first constrained by the past, then unleashed by a need to finally speak its truth. But if the lyrics were a battleground, the music videos were a treasure map. And on that map, X marks the spot on a single recurring image, a door. Chapter 4: The Truman Show Door, Visual Echoes and Hidden Exits. In 2019, Harry released the video for Adore You. We see him on a fictional island, an outsider. Throughout the video, he's seen stepping through doorways, portals to different realities. A year later, Lewis releases the video for Walls. In the final stunning shot, he stands before a hidden door in a field, a doorway to nowhere, or maybe somewhere real. Coincidence? Or a shared visual language? The symbolism is impossible to ignore. It's an echo of The Truman Show, the story of a man living in a world that is completely manufactured for cameras, whose only goal is to find the one hidden door that leads to the real world. To authenticity. The doors in their videos aren't just props. They are a statement, a metaphor for escape, an admission that the world they live in has been a stage, and they are both desperately searching for the exit. But what if the most profound messages aren't in the lyrics or the videos? What if the loudest clues are found in complete and total silence? Chapter 5: The Pact of Silence. In art, the space between the notes is as important as the notes themselves. It's called rest. In poetry, the pause at the end of a line is what gives the words their power. In the story of Harry and Lewis, silence is their loudest instrument. Think about it. In countless interviews, Lewis is rarely asked about Harry. Harry is rarely asked about Lewis. When the topic of One Direction's fractures comes up, they speak in vague generalities. They are masters of polite deflection. This isn't an accident. It's a performance. A duet of restraint. Their silence is so perfectly coordinated, so consistently maintained, it feels like a pact. A promise to not speak. Because perhaps, the truth is too loud. Too dangerous. They've built a fortress of no comment. And in doing so, they've created a negative space. A canvas. Where every lyric, every glance, every symbol, is amplified. Their silence is the dark movie theater where the story on the screen shines brightest. But this fortress wasn't built by just two people. It was designed by an industry that demands a simple product, and their music became the ultimate act of rebellion. Chapter 6: The Gilded Cage, Music as a Message in a Bottle. The music industry is a machine. It craves simple narratives. The bad boy. The heartthrob. The mysterious one. Labels and managers polish artists until they gleam, sanding down any rough edges that don't fit the brand. Imagine being told your truth is off-brand. Against that backdrop, every creative choice becomes an act of defiance. Every metaphor becomes a shield. Every lyric becomes a coded letter, a message in a bottle thrown from inside a gilded cage. When Lewis belts, "I've been coming home to a house that's not a home," is he just singing about a breakup? Or is he singing about a career that forced him to live an inauthentic life? When Harry sings, "Just let me know I'll be at the door," is it just a love song? Or is it a coded message of rescue, sent to someone trapped on the other side of the wall? These aren't just songs anymore. They are survival tools. The only place where the pressure of the outside world fades, and the truth, however veiled, can finally be sung out loud. And if the released songs are messages in a bottle, the unreleased songs are the diary pages they tried to burn. The ones that contain the clearest message of all. Chapter 7: The Rosetta Stone, Unreleased and Unfiltered. In the deep archives of the fandom, there are whispers. Rumors of unreleased tracks. Demos that were never meant to see the daylight. Raw, unfiltered recordings where the artist's guards are down. These leaks are the Rosetta Stone. The key that unlocks the entire language. In these raw cuts, the polish of the industry is gone. The words are sharper. The emotions are rawer. The meanings are dangerously clear. They are the first drafts of the soul, before the editors and the executives arrived to demand changes. Perhaps that's why they remain locked away. Because to release them would be to confirm everything that has only ever been a theory. It would be to turn the subtext into text. And in a world built on carefully constructed images, the raw truth is the one thing the machine cannot tolerate. Final takeaway. So, what do these songs reveal? Strip away the theories, the shipping, the timelines. You're left with something universal. The story of two people, bound by an extraordinary history, trying to tell their truth in a world that profits from their silence. Their music is a testament to the resilience of the human spirit. A masterclass in the art of subtext. Maybe the ultimate secret message isn't about who they love. Maybe it's about their fight to love and live freely in a world that put a price tag on every part of their soul. But here's the thing about a code. Once you see it, you can't unsee it. Once you hear the conversation, you can't unhear it. Their music is forever changed. The Decoding Squad. But that's just our analysis. The real decoding happens with you. Which Harry or Lewis lyric has a completely new meaning for you now? Drop it in the comments below. Let's build the case file together. And if you believe that some stories deserve to be told, especially the ones the industry never meant for you to see, then hit that subscribe button, share this video with someone whose mind you want to blow, and turn on notifications. Because the next secret is already waiting to be decoded.